NIL, often talked about but not fully understood. After years of debating, should college athletes be paid, should they not? Well, the year is 2022, and amateur athletes can take advantage of their popularity for monetary gain. So tonight, we follow along the journey of one East Texas athlete as he navigates student-athlete sponsorships.
I believe, I was one of the very first, like small school athletes to have a NIL deal.
Caleb Egan's, a former Division I athlete turned Division III, finally being paid to play and represents not only one sponsor.
As of today, I have 7. My first one was with Elite Athletic Gear. That was my first one. My second one was with Dairy Queen. That's probably my biggest one in Marshall. My third one was with Dap Cuts, which is actually here local in Dallas. And then from there, lifestyle bands. And these are just like really motivational bands that I wear. Sometimes, depending on where I'm at, I might take one off and give it to a kid or something like that. And so, make his day. But like this one says dedication, recovery, performance drinks with like Green Plus. And my recent one is called ETX, and then my last one is Liquid IV.
His career began at Texas A&M, playing with the likes of Myles Garrett and Mike Evans, back at a time where athletes were penalized for taking anything as small as a free meal. Making stops along the way at East Central University and Mary Hardin Baylor, but his persistence eventually led him to play football at ETBU in Marshall.
It takes a lot of, resiliency. And even, I'm gonna say patience. It takes a lot of patience and just knowing it's not on your time, but it's on God's time.
The first Division III school to partner with Open Doors, a company whose goal it is to connect student athletes with sponsorships.
It's really been a huge benefit to our student athletes for them to be able to use their name, image, and likeness to be compensated, receive discounts or whatever that looks like for each individual athlete.
So what exactly is NIL? It's a hot topic that first burst on the scene in 2019. Passed by the state of California, then in July of 2021, the NCAA followed suit.
It's the ability for an amateur athlete to make money off of their name, image, and likeness and maintain their eligibility to play high school or college sports. That's what NIL is.
And while it sounds straightforward, it isn't. Currently unregulated, it's causing a lot of chaos among some of the biggest names in college sports.
N.I.L bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeness. We didn't buy one player.
It's despicable that a reputable head coach could come out and say this when he doesn't get his way or things don't go his way.
It's a concept so complicated to grasp that the Texas High School Coaches Association has partnered with Austin-based company Ecker Sports to provide coaches and parents with the education needed to help navigate NIL regulations for the recruitment now and as it evolves in the future.
Everybody's scared of the term NIL. You want to push it under the rug or hope that it goes away. Well, it isn't. It's not going away.
According to Afrotech.com, about 25% of college athletes have an NIL deal of some kind. And Open Doors reports that 60% of all deals involve football players. But when we trickle that down to Division III athletes, that percentage then falls to single digits, which is why Caleb Egan's is a first of his kind, paving the way for small school athletes to maximize exposure, but doing it all without his number one fan, his mom, who lost her battle to cancer in just his second year of college. But if only she could see him now.
I can't even, I'm not gonna get emotional, but I can't even just imagine it because I just remember sitting there with my mom. I hadn't even graduated A&M. Matter of fact, I was about to drop out of school. I had like a 2.1 GPA. It was really bad. I was just really struggling. And she told me, she's like, I just want you to graduate from A&M. That's all I want you to do. She's like, I just want you to graduate. And from there, I got 2 master's degrees. And like for me to be in this position now, just like with my football, even my career, I think she'll just be like, wow. I think she should be proud of me, but she'll still be pushing me and tell me, oh, I need to do this better.
Well, nationwide, college athletes are taking advantage of the new regulations. But in the state of Texas, they have not yet passed a bill at the high school level. As far as Caleb's advice to young athletes looking to cash in, he says, if you first pick the right program, the money will come.